Hello and welcome to Mr. Connally's High School Math. Today we're going to be talking about graphing systems of linear inequalities. Before we go any further though, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell to receive notifications about future videos. Guidelines for using this video effectively are: watch and listen to videos. Sound should be on. Do not skip ahead. Do not just mindlessly copy the work. Pause the video when you need time to write or think. Put a question mark next to the problems you don't understand. Rewatch and listen to video when needed. And ask questions in class or in the comments below. All right, key concept for today. How do you graph a solution set to a system of linear inequalities? Okay, we've already done graphing one inequality. What happens if there's more than one? Well, there's going to be more than one answer. So how do we do that? First, we graph both lines. So let's say that I have y is less than or equal to -1. Notice it's a solid line. And since it's less than, we're looking for numbers under the line. So that means we'll shade it in yellow here. Now we'll draw the next line. Y is greater than -2x plus 2. Notice that since it's greater than, we have a dotted line to show that points on that line are not a possible solution. And now we just shade it in. It says greater than, so we're going to draw it above the line on top. Looks like this. Okay, now we've shaded it. I've done it in color for a reason, because the final solution is the overlap of both the blue and yellow areas. And what do you know? What does blue and yellow make? Green. So this right here is the solution to the system, this area right here. So you would just draw that on your graph and mark it as the solution to show that it's the overlap where both y is less than -1 equal to -1 and y is greater than -2x plus 2. They both fit that description only in that region. Okay, and that's how we do it. So let's get started. Example 1, we want to graph the solution set to the systems of inequalities. Let's do x is less than -1. So x is -1 right here and right here and right here. So we know it's going to be a line there. It's going to be a dotted line because it says less than, as opposed to less than or equal to. Now we want numbers less than -1, so that means all these numbers over here are going to be the answer. So we'll go ahead and shade that in like that. It's in blue. Now we've got y is greater than or equal to -3. So that means y is -3 right here, but also right here, right here, right here, and right here. So let's draw a solid line here because it's greater than or equal to. And since we want a number greater than that, we're going to be above the line. So here we go. Now, blue and reddish pink make a purple answer. So here's our answer right here where they overlap. This is the solution set right here. Okay, so there's your solution. You would graph the region and label it, this is our solution. Okay, that's the overlap of both of those. Go ahead and finish that up. Are you all done? Let's go ahead and move on to the next. All right, question 2, graph the solution set to the systems of inequalities. We've got 10x plus 5y is less than or equal to 15, and y is greater than 3x minus 2. Our first step is to graph the lines. So let's put, this one's in standard form, so let's change it by converting it over to standard form. I'll move the x over by subtracting it to both sides. I get 5y is less than or equal to -10x plus 15. And now we divide both sides by 5. So that means I divide everything by 5. I get y is less than or equal to, since it was a positive number, I don't change the symbol or reverse it, -2x plus 3. Okay, now I know that the slope is -2 and the y-intercept is going to be +3. So I'll go over here and start my graph. 1, 2, 3, up. And we go down 2 and right 1. So this is -2 over 1, down to right 1. So 1, 2, and right 1. There's my first. I'll go ahead and do it again. 1, 2, and right 1. Okay, now I'll draw a line through it using my straight edge. And it's a solid line because it's less than or equal to. All the numbers on the line are possible solutions, so we've got to draw a solid line. All right, now let's draw the next line. Y is greater than 3x minus 2. Thankfully, this is in slope-intercept form already. So the slope is 3, or 3 over 1. That means we're going to go up 3 and to the right 1. And then the y-intercept is going to be -2. Remember, -2 right there means that it's going to be -2. So I go down 2, and now I go up 3 and over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. 1, 2, 3 over 1. There we go. Counted wrong. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3 over 1. Let's draw our line through. Oh, I forgot to shade. Remember, it was less than, so now we draw our graph, our next line, and looks like it intercepts at 1, 1. That's not as important in this one because we're looking for all of the overlap, not just in one spot. And now we're going to do y is greater than, so it's actually going to be above the blue line, so it'll look like this. Okay, so again, we've got blue on this line and then yellow on the other, and when they come together they make green. That's to show the overlap of both of those solution sets. So here's our answer right here, all the green part. This is our solution. Okay, so go ahead and label that on your paper. This is the solution. Shade that part. You don't actually have to shade the blue and yellow parts that are left over. You can just shade the green part. That's how a lot of textbooks show it, or online programs. Okay, finish that one up. Our solution set is right there in the green. Now let's look at a different situation. Okay, now in this one, what if the solution sets do not overlap? Okay, well, let's see what that means. Let's go ahead and draw our lines first, and then it'll start to make more sense. So 5x minus 4y is greater than 20. Again, we'll convert this over into -4y is greater than -5x plus 20. And now we divide both sides by -4. Okay, now we got to remember we divided by a negative, so we're actually going to say y is greater than, oops, less than. We got to reverse the symbol because we divided by a negative. It changed it from a negative slope to a positive 5/4 slope. And then 20 divided by -4 is -5. Okay, so our slope is going to be 5/4. That means we go up 5 and right 4, and then our y-intercept is going to be -5. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is our y-intercept, and now we'll go up 5 and over 4, 2, 3, 4 right here. And since it's less than only, it's going to be a dotted line. And now we'll graph the solution set. Since it says less than, we're going to draw below, shade below the line. There we go. It's going to look something like that. And now let's draw the next line, and what do we notice? We've got a slope of 5/4 also. Okay, what does that mean when they have the same slope? Yeah, it means the lines are going to be parallel. Okay, so now it's really important that we get the solution shading part correct. And the y-intercept is 1. So we'll start at 1 and go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 4. And there's our 2 points. We use a dotted line because we're using greater than. Okay, and because y is greater than 5/4x, we're actually a shade above it. Uh-oh. What do you notice? They don't overlap, do they? So what does that mean the answer is? Well, just like in solutions, we're just graphing linear equations like this with parallel lines, there's no solution. Same thing with this. There's no solution. There's no overlap, so that means that there's no point where both x and y will both satisfy this equation or this inequality and this inequality. And that's the whole point of a system, is finding an x and y that works in both. And that's not the case in this one. So the answer is no solution. Okay, so go ahead and finish that up. Are you all done? Okay, let's go ahead and summarize. So how do you graph a solution set to a system of linear inequalities? First, we got to graph both lines, and then we have to shade the solution sets. And our final answer is the overlap of both of them. All right, you did a great job. Keep working hard at all that you're doing. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm here to help. Right now, I just want to tell you, Excellent work on completing this tutorial. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to Mr. Connally's Math and Mr. Connally's High School Math channel to get updates on future videos. Thanks for watching.
MrConnally.com